Hi everyone, I attempted to do a manicure today. You'll see why my fingers have like no nail polish on them, but yeah. Again, total fail whale of a get ready or paint my nails with me, but I figured I'd show you this anyway because it is just like one of those things where not every manicure is a success, and so I figured may as well just show you guys. But yeah, as for how my nails actually ended up, I will zoom in for you guys here. My nails, I ended up doing just like a hollow top coat. I used the 90 lacquer hollow all the things hollow top coat, and then I used a little bit of China Glaze fairy dust as well, just so that there's something on my nails glossy and hollow and pretty. So yeah, if you guys want to see me completely fail at a get ready or paint my nails with me and a completely fail at a manicure and have the best intentions of having something pretty on my nails, keep watching, but otherwise you guys can X out of this video. But again, this was just one of those things where I feel like nobody really talks about their like nail fails ever. So I figured I would do that for you guys and make the average nail polish painter feel good about themselves. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well and enjoy this video. So I am going to do something pink today. Here's a base coat, here's a top coat. This is not a Deborah Lippmann top coat, this is just the bottle, but I have Seche Vite in here. I think what I'm gonna do, because I saw a picture on a cute polish video that was like, in the thumbnail, that was like a pink to hollow gradient. So I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be like pink in the middle, silver hollow on the edge, and then this like right by my cuticle. It was really, really pretty. I'll put the picture in here, but that's kind of what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I might add in just a little bit of regular glitter at the end, and I'm going to top it off with this. But anyway, do you guys remember my old sheet of paper from Swatch My Stash? Same sheet of paper. Fun times. I'm going to start with a base coat. I am using the OPI Natural Nail Base Coat. I just did a video talking about my favorites, and this I actually mentioned as like my kind of holy grail combo for nails right now, as like natural nail base coat and then Seche Vite. Like, it keeps polish on my nails forever. I don't really know why. I think it's just my body chemistry, but it works so well, and it is my favorite. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I haven't filmed like a painting nails video in a very long time, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. The last series of videos that I did were actually like Outlander videos. And I love Outlander. I wish that, I mean, I explained this in my Get Ready With Me video, that I just had no like drive to make YouTube videos for a while. And like, I just had no emotional connection to any of the videos that I was making, and I just like was not happy with any of what I was producing on YouTube, so I just needed to take a break. That, and when you do certain videos on YouTube and there are people that comment on what you're doing, but in a way that has nothing to do with the actual like topics of the video, you know, like they're just nitpicking your language that you're using, or they're nitpicking like, yeah, when it just has nothing to do with like the actual topic of the video. I just got tired of it, and it was just something that I just didn't have the emotional or like mental capacity to deal with it. Like, I don't do YouTube other than because I like it. I have a full-time job. Like, I have a life outside of this completely that I enjoy. I am using SE ballet slippers as a base coat for this. Like, I have a life that I enjoy completely outside of YouTube, and like just the emotional baggage that comes with like making videos can sometimes just be annoying and like too much and just not worth my time. So that's kind of where I was. But if anybody who likes nail polish videos, watch Outlander. I think my favorite part of this season was just getting to see Jamie and Claire be Jamie and Claire without like, you know, all the stuff that was going on in season 1 of Claire wanting to go back to Frank, first of all, of, you know, there being the war going on and like the Stewarts and like Culloden and stuff. And there was like, you know, a lot going on in this season as well, but they got to function more as a married couple than they had ever previously before, which I really loved. And I really loved being able to see them like together and like happy. There obviously was the introduction of Bree and Roger's life, which was not only like a good way to get the season to progress forward and the stories overall to progress forward, but like a good sort of look into, again, you know, the time traveling aspect and just, yeah, I really enjoyed the season of Outlander. I know there were a lot of decisions that not everybody loved, especially I think book fans. You know, I understand being really protective of a book and a series that you absolutely love, because I absolutely love this series and I'm coming at it as a TV viewer then a book reader, so I totally get it. But you know, there's a lot in this season that they changed, and I don't think from the book, but just like stylistically they changed, and I honestly really enjoyed it. And I think that's part of like, in the same way that, you know, like musicians, they're still in the same genre, but they will switch up their sound. Casey Musgraves is like a perfect example of this, where, you know, she's still country, but she has completely changed her sound for her 3rd album. And it's like, it's still very distinctly her. But it's different in the same way this show was very distinctly Outlander, but it was different and it evolved, and I genuinely really enjoyed it. So yeah, that is just my closing thoughts on Outlander, if you guys watched Outlander. And in terms of other shows I have been watching, I just started Bodyguard, the one with Rob Stark, the BBC show. He is very cute, I have to say. And it's not just because he's like Scottish. That doesn't really have to do with it. It's because he is very cute. But it's a really good show so far. I'm like 1 episode in, so I'm not really like, like a lot goes on, because I think there's only 6 episodes in this season, but like I don't really know what else is going on yet. So yeah. You know what I really forgot to do? I forgot that since I'm doing a gradient, I should probably put like a glue on the outside of my fingers. So I'm going to do that after I put this base coat down. Not base coat, but base color down. And then wait for this to dry a little bit and then start gradienting away. My hands, I mentioned this also in my Get Ready With Me. Or no, maybe I mentioned this in my favorite nail polishes. I filmed a lot of videos today, if you guys can't tell. My nails are still recovering from having acrylics. I do regret that decision a lot, as much as I loved how they looked. But like my right hand has not been able to grow past like nubbins forever because they just keep breaking. And that's a bummer, like for sure a bummer. This is, I decanted, or not decanted, this, I just kind of tossed the ridge filler that was in here. It was really old, so I don't feel bad about that. But I put a bunch of glue in here and I actually thinned it out just a little bit so it was easier to use. And I'm just gonna paint that on the outside of my nails, or my fingers around my nails. So yeah, that's a new show I have been watching. I have caught up on Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy seems to be the show that I just can't quit. As ridiculous as it has gotten. Oh my god, the show called Whiskey Cavalier like just premiered last week. And it has Maggie from The Walking Dead, or she was on The Vampire Diaries too. I also restarted The Vampire Diaries because I had never actually finished the show, but that was happening for a while, and then I stopped watching like halfway through season 2. I'm still like trying to catch up, but anyway, Whiskey Cavalier has Maggie from The Walking Dead, and it has Scott Foley in it, who played another guy on Grey's Anatomy. And they play like an FBI agent and a CIA agent who have to work together. And I'm kind of hooked on it because Scott Foley is like adorable, and I don't know, I kind of like it. It's a little bit like Bones in that it's one of those like unlikely pairings sort of like cop procedural show, which I actually really, really like forensic shows, which I hadn't realized until I was like listing off a bunch of shows that I had seen to like one of my coworkers, and I was like, yeah, and I really like Bones, and like CSI was like one of my all-time favorite shows, and like I've seen every episode of Criminal Minds and all this stuff. And he was like, so you really like crime dramas? I'm like, yeah, I really do. And he's like, I don't know why, they're so tacky. And I'm like, look, I love Criminal Minds. I will never not love Criminal Minds. It makes me really sad that next season is going to be the last season, but it kind of has gotten to that like stagnant point where like it does need to just end. And like CSI got to that point too. And I love CSI. Like I own all the seasons of CSI, and I like will never not love CSI. But like I love Criminal Minds, and I loved Bones. Like Bones was like at least like kind of a comedy, so it's different than like the other procedural shows, but like yeah, dude, I don't know, I really love like crime shows. And so yeah, Whiskey Cavalier I'm like kind of already sucked into. We'll see how it goes. It was like that show Sleepy Hollow that had that really hot British guy in it. That was like a great season 1, and then like season 2, I don't even know what happened because I watched like 3 episodes of season 2 and it got like really bad, and then I didn't even finish the show. I think it ended after season 2, so like I really hope it's not going to be one of those shows that just ends after like a second season because it was like so bad for season 2. But there's potential there, so I'm like really excited about it. And then other shows. Game of Thrones is coming back. Really excited for that. I don't think I'm going to rewatch all the seasons. I think I'm just going to watch someone else's like recap on YouTube, to be honest, because it's a lot to rewatch. Not that like Grey's Anatomy isn't a lot to rewatch, and I like just restarted Grey's Anatomy from season 1, but like I've seen Grey's Anatomy so many times that I don't really have to pay attention to it, but like Game of Thrones is one of those ones that I feel like no matter how many times you see it, you do kind of have to pay attention because there are so many details in that show. So yeah, I'm excited for Game of Thrones to come back. I just got into Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is kind of surprising that I just got into it because I love Parks and Rec. I loved New Girl for the first like 4 seasons. And The Office is like amazing. So it was like kind of weird that I had never gotten into Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I just started like getting into Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Charles Boyle is like my favorite little like muffin of a man. He really is just like the human reincarnation of like a muffin. He's so sweet. And I just feel like all the like the co-stars in that show are better than like Amy and Jake. There's not that there's anything wrong with those 2 characters, but like they're so like normal, you know, they're like the normal quirky weirdo and like anxiety filled like regular person, you know, that pairing that's like really common in like comedies. I just feel like all of the side characters in that show are just like so funny. So yeah, I just got into Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And that's basically shows for me right now. Oh my God. No, I take that back. I just got into Real Housewives as well. I just started watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because like I saw some like Twitter clip of it, and like it was just beyond all drama, right? Like it was crazy. And a different coworker watches all of the Real Housewives shows, and like he was always like, well, I don't know why you don't watch. So I sent him that clip and I was like, I'm totally hooked. And I just started watching Beverly Hills from like season 1, and it is ridiculous. There's so much that happens in that show, but like at the same time, like nothing happens in that show, and it's amazing. Very similarly to the Kardashians. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a gradient. I'm gonna get ballet slippers, which is this guy. And then this is OPI's Mod About You. And then this is Silver Hollow from Urban Outfitters. And I'm going to gradient that onto my nails. I am gonna wait, well, this is mostly dry. I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer for this to dry. And then we shall gradient. So I actually really hope this turns out like pretty. I didn't really think about what color combos, like I didn't really think about if this was going to turn out pretty or not, so you guys will see firsthand if this turns out cute. But anyway, I'm just getting the colors on my sponge. Get a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of silver in there, and then we're going to gradient my nail. So like that. You guys can't really see what's going on, to be honest. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take a lot of sponging on, but I got time. So that's what it looks like so far. It literally looks like nothing. Cool beans. So yeah, that's that. Other stuff that's going on. I don't really have any other stuff that's going on, to be honest. Like, I just go to work during the week. I sleep on the weekends, hang out with Kate, like same old, same old. Not much is different. If you guys follow me on Instagram, like my regular Instagram account, you guys will see all the stuff that I'm up to, but like, I wouldn't say it's like all that more interesting than anything. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take like the longest to actually gradient onto my nails. Okay. That's what I get for choosing a lot of really sheer colors for a gradient. It's my fault, I know that, but also like, it was just really pretty. The picture on the thumbnail in Cute Polish's video. Okay, so I'm gonna do this approximately 1,000 more times, and then I will show you what it looks like at the end. So here's what it ended up looking like. Not my favorite, so I am gonna go in and gradient over it again with a little bit more of a darker pink. This is Pink of Hearts by OPI, and then this is Blonde Ambition by Colors by Laroe. This one has a little bit more of, the hollow is a little bit stronger in this, whereas like the linear Silver Hollow kind of ends up looking just gray on the nails. So I'm gonna go onto the bottom of the sponge and just gradient down there and just get it a little bit more pretty looking. Like, it's just not what I want right now. So yeah, gradienting again. For as pretty as results like that gradients give, I just feel like they're just a pain in the butt. Like, they really are a pain in the butt. There's no really getting around the fact that like it is the most like tedious nail thing, you know? Like, I just feel like it's just not, I don't know. We'll start with my thumb. Okay, let's see how this turns out. Hopefully it turns out prettier. Sort of. It gave a little bit more sparkle. Let's do that again. I think this is another one where I'm gonna have to gradient like 1,000 times just to get it to where I want it to be. So yeah, I hope this video is like interesting to some of you guys. But this is definitely the process of like nail polishing, right? It also just started raining really hard. Like, some combos just are not cute. Like, this is not turning out how I want it to. And like some combos are like super pretty. So this might be one of those like not cute, like I tried, but it's not turning out the way I want it to sort of deals. So yeah, let's see. It might, you know what? might just be better if I just like paint the bottom of my nail with the hollow and then like sponge off a little bit. Like, is that better? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you guys, I like utterly just destroyed this mani. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm going to restart. I will show you what I do at the very end because this is like the worst. But this is like total real life manicuring, right? Like, it's just not cute when it doesn't work. So I'll show you guys what I end up doing. The process will basically be the same. I think I just need to change the nail polishes that I'm using. Okay, I basically gave up. I tried to do it twice. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna turn this off. It just didn't work out. So what I'm just gonna do is do something really easy. I'm just gonna do a coat of something just to have something on my nails and then call it a day because that was just an utter fail. I think I'm just gonna do a coat of like hollow top coat, just something clear on my nails and pretty and easy to do. So yeah, that's just gonna be the end of this video. It was so bad. I literally twice, 2 different polishes, 2 different combos, and it just was like so ugly and it like was patchy and it just, yeah. So that is the sort of realistic ending to how some of these videos or nail polish manis that I do end up. Some of them just don't work out. So I hope this wasn't like a total fail and waste of time for you guys, but I promise the next time I do something like pretty, I'll show you guys and do like a regular paint my nails with me video. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well and I will see you guys soon.